Yeah. What's good? What's good? Yeah. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Where we at with this thing? Ash, what's good? What's good? Mama, what's happening? Mommy Lane. Zia, what's good, bro? What's happening? What's going on with y'all, man? Share it up, like it up. Y'all know what it is. Share it up, share it up, share it up. Share it up, share it up. Share it up, share it up. Patrice, how you doing? Meek, what's good? What's good? Claude Banks, what's happening? What's happening, man? What's going on? We better get this thing started, family. Get this thing going. Brother Rashiz, what's good? What's good? What's good? Y'all share it up, like it up, man. Y'all share it up, like it up, so we can get it popping. Tans, what's up, mama? What's going on with y'all, man? We definitely about to get into this thing. Let's see here. All right. Chilling. Steph Cook, how you doing, Goddess? What's going on? What's going on? If you're on YouTube, family, share the link. Okay, if you are on Facebook, like it up, share it up, and all that good stuff. Yes, Lord. Let me share this thing up real fast, and we're going to get this thing popping. All right. East Tea Tree, peace to the Goddess. What's up, mama? What's good? Yeah, we gonna dive into this thing, man. And this subject hasn't been talked about in a very long time. This is information I dove into when I first, quote unquote, woke up type stuff. So for sure, family, y'all, you know, hang out so we can get into this information. So we definitely gonna get into some stuff tonight. Brother Mo, what's good? Carolyn, how you doing, Goddess? How you doing? All right. All right, we about to start this thing. Get this thing popping. All right. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, family. Let's go ahead and dive in. Let's go ahead on and dive in. All right. All right. So y'all know before we get into this thing, family. All right. All right. Before we get into this thing, hold on. All right, here we go. All right. So y'all know before we get into this thing, I got one spot left, family. One spot left in the class starting Tuesday. So dive in. If you, like I say, if you want to get up with me, I'm still taking partial payments. Okay. All right. So, hit me up if you want to get that last spot and you can get this information. You understand? And it is a 3-day class. It's not a one night situation. It's not a one night situation. So yeah, that's what it is. All right, let's get it. Let's get this thing popping. Let me go ahead and pull this thing up real quick. What's going on? How y'all doing, though, family? What's good? What it be like? What it be like? So y'all know what's going down out there. Peachtree Corners out right outside Atlanta. I think it is Atlanta, but the outskirts of Atlanta maybe. So it's free. Y'all come out there. Y'all cut up. We're gonna have a good time. I'm going in on some knowledge. You understand? One of my big bros going in on some knowledge. Okay. The goddess Isis speaks. Okay. Shadrika, she's going in. You understand? We gonna talk, and then we all gonna have our conversations. We're gonna communicate. They're gonna have vendors out there. Gonna have a little bit of everything. So we gonna get it popping. We definitely gonna get it popping. Okay, I think we're gonna have some vegan food out there. We're gonna have a little bit of everything out there. You understand? So yeah, it's going down. So now let's dive into this thing, family. Y'all know what it is. Like it up, share it up, share it up, and so the right people can hear it. You understand? Okay. So let's get it going. So y'all know what we talking about. Okay. Y'all know what we talking about. Okay. First and foremost. All right. This is a topic that it's a theorized topic. Okay. That was brought to the table early on. We're gonna get into all of that too. So I know for a lot of people, we've never heard of this before. Okay, Pangea. I know many of you have never heard of this before. Okay, all right. So let's get into it. Let's get it popping. What is Pangea? Pangea was once a single unified landmass surrounded by a solitary sea called Pantalasa or Pantalasa. Okay, all right, Pantalasa. All right. Pangea broke apart in 3 major stages as rifts appeared within the Earth's crust. It is estimated that Pangea, okay, was formed some 335 million years ago. Okay, all right. This is what's being said. Okay, this is what's being said. All right. So now I want to show you something. I want to show you something. We're about to destroy this whole theory. You understand? Okay. But we're going to do it bit by bit. All right. So look what it say. It say Pangea broke apart in three major stages as rifts appeared within the Earth's crust. It is estimated that Pangea was formed some 335 million years ago. Now, in order for something to have happened 335 million years ago, first and foremost, let's see. Things have to be real, okay? All right? So I want you to pay attention to what I'm about to say here, okay? Pay attention on what I'm about to say, all right? You see that line at the bottom of the screen here? That line, family, represents the here and now, okay? You, the here and now, your footsteps, okay? Your imprints in the ground, okay? That's what that represents. And as you can see, all right, these are us, male and female, right? Going through the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? 7 days, weeks, months, years, correct? All right. Now, like they say, this happened 335 million years ago. Okay. All right. So I want to take you somewhere here. Share this thing up, family. Share it up, share it up, share it up. Share it up, share it up. We definitely about to go somewhere here. We definitely about to go somewhere here. Now, so now I want to challenge your mind here. Okay. All right. I only want to deal with thinkers at this point. Okay. People who aren't afraid to break chains within their own mind. All right. Okay. So we're going to get into this. Let's get into this. Hold on. Let me pull this up real quick. Let me pull this up. All right. Okay. All right. So I want to challenge your mind. Ace, what's good? What's good, family? So now I want to challenge your mind. So now we have years, months, weeks, right? So now we have us, okay, male, female, just going through the week as we do all the time. And like I say, the line represents the ground in a sense. Okay, all right, your footprints in the sand in a sense, right? So now we're taught that we have years, days, months, okay, and that's how things are calculated here. Okay, so when they say things like 335 million years ago, and when I say things to people like there's no such thing, we never been here no 335 million years. Okay, the first thing I hear people say is, man, well, I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that. Man, we've been here for quite some time, man, and this and that. I say, okay. So now I want to do this with you. Okay. So have you ever thought about this? Okay, years, months, weeks, the days, right? So now, what if I remove Monday, Tuesday, weeks, months, years? What if the only thing that exists were footprints, family? Okay. Will, where you going with this, man? So let me talk to you real quick. Let me talk to you. The only way you can prove that days exist is from this. Somebody gave you a calendar and told you this is what it is. Okay. All right. Somebody on the TV saying this is the date. We truly have no evidence of the fucking days of the week. Years, months, all we have is calendars that somebody wrote and gave to you and said, this date, this so-called time is Monday. This so-called time is Tuesday. Okay? What I'm trying to get you to understand is that, okay, everything around you, okay, the only thing that exists is your footprints. The only thing that exists is your footprints. If all calendars, cell phones, okay, any way to read time or the days of the week, would you not exist? Somebody answer that question. If there were no calendars, you would still exist? Yes or no? If there were no cell phones, would you still exist? If there was no months, days, time, would you still exist? Okay? I'm trying to give you a broader picture of this world, or what we think this place is. The only thing that exists is right now. That's it. That's all that has ever existed, is right now. Okay? I'm trying to give you a whole different understanding of thought here, family. Okay? The only thing that exists is you as the quote unquote human, and the God having the human experience. That's the only thing that exists. You come into this place. You come into a computer, okay, and it's ran a certain way through images. Nobody can prove to me that days of the week are real, that the years are real. Okay? So when people say things like, okay, this happened 335 million years ago, how? Anybody can make, who was there to come up with these numbers? Who said that's how long ago? I'm going to give you a hint. The Darwin theory, which was this old white dude, okay, telling people you came from monkeys, okay, and that happened over a billion years ago, and you believed it. You ran with it. Because most of us still believe Jesus is the only lie there is. Jesus is the only lie there is. Brother Terry, how you doing? This is what we're not understanding here. You are engulfed in a lie. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Okay? Now, this is what they say happened. They say because of this continental drift, okay, all right, this water moving the quote unquote surface, and it cracked open Earth's crust. Okay, so before, this was over 300 million years ago, and this is today. After, you got North America, South America, you got all of this stuff. Okay, the continental drift, they say. Okay, all right. I'm trying to take you somewhere here, family. I am divine. What's going on? I'm trying to take you some here, family. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Okay, Pangea's existence was first proposed in 1912 by German meteorologist Alfred Wegener. Okay, as a part of his theory. You're not listening. Okay, as a part of his theory of continental drift. Its name is derived from the Greek Gaia, okay, meaning all the earth. Okay, all right. So all of it is false. You know, all of it, the Gregorian count, all of it. Okay, all right, all of it. All right, I'm just saying here. I'm trying to get you to think in a realm that can free you from your own mental enslavement. Okay, that's all I'm saying. All right, so this is a theory, family. This is a theory. Okay, of a continental drift. Okay, let's see here. Continental drift is a concept. Here we go. Listen to these key words. Okay, these key words: a theory. Okay, a concept that the world's continents once were a single mass and have since drifted to their present positions. Continental drift suggests that not only have the continents drifted, okay, but the continents are merely parts of a thicker tectonic plates, okay, comprising both oceanic and continental crust. Okay. Okay, so let's keep kicking. Let's keep kicking. All right, now, this is how it looks according to what they say. Okay, according to what they say. All right, Queen Francine, peace to you. All right, this is what they say. We're going to dive into Don Miguel Ruiz's book, The Four Agreements. And I want you to pay attention to what's being said. Whenever we hear an opinion and believe it, we make an agreement and it becomes part of our belief system. You were a kindergartner. Okay, listen to me. You were a kindergartner. Okay, you were what? 8 years old, 7 maybe? 7, 8 years old, something like that, 6. And they told you Earth was real. They told you planets was real, and they told you all of these things. And because you were taught to believe, first and foremost, your parents were ignorant. Okay, so if you didn't believe what you were taught at school, you immediately got an ass whooping because they want you to make A's in class. They want you to be the best slave you can be. The best motherfucking slave you can be. Okay? So we believe it. Same thing happened with church. You got your ass whooped in the name of Jesus. Nigga, I used to, anytime I would so-called curse, I would say, oh, forgive me, God, forgive me, God, forgive me for cursing, forgive me for cursing. I used to say that shit. Like, I'm scared. The fear was real. Okay? I'm just saying. We agreed that the Earth is a real thing with no proof. Only what NASA told you it was. And what the school system told you it was. Your motherfucking life is based upon a bunch of agreements. The colors are based upon agreements. Somebody told you this was red. Somebody told you this was black. You agreed. You do not own your own mind. Somebody else do. The system owns you. Just trying to get you to get out of your thought concepts or what you perceive this world to be. And there is nothing you can do to prove to me, okay, that the sky is real. All you can prove is that that's the word that was used to describe the shit that's so-called up here. That's all you can prove to me. You cannot prove to me that the sky is a real thing. All you can prove to me is the teachings that you were taught through someone else and you believe them. It's no different from somebody you going to Bible study and somebody telling you Jesus is real. And then we argue about the shit. I remember there was a time where all we did, it was about 7, 8 years ago, there were huge debates in the community, right? Huge debates. And it's so crazy how the so-called elite, okay, they were licking their chops. Okay, they were eating the best cut steak, okay, the most fanciest wine, because they love listening to niggas stand up there and lie to each other about fake ass information that don't even fucking exist. Because it's all agreed upon material. It's all agreed upon material. Oh, Dr. So-and-so said this, so it's real. Oh, Dr. So-and-so said this, so that's real. But the whole time, we're taught on the spiritual journey to go within. But we don't do that. We stay physical and believe everything we are shown. I'm going to take it to the Truman Show. On the Truman Show, Truman, okay, he got up every morning, all right? He went to work. He got in his car. He went to the job. He went to his desk. The same thing every day. But the people who were looking at Truman on the outside, they didn't give a fuck if it was so-called Monday. They didn't even have schedules on the outside. I'm trying to get you to understand something here. Go watch the Truman Show. It was called the Truman Show, okay? And right now it's called Every Last One of Your Names, okay? It's your show. Because these so-called higher up, they're just looking, okay, and watching us think that, okay, well, shit, I gotta hurry and do this. Oh, fuck, I gotta hurry and do that. Oh, shit, oh, fuck, And they sit back and enjoying the fucking show. And they watching us fuss over shit that you can't even fucking prove. Agreed upon information. Agreed upon. I'm trying to get you to think a little higher and a little wiser within yourself. Okay? All right? So when you hear this information that I'm giving you, all right, it can open up your mind to a whole other level. And understand this, right? Okay? You take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. Okay? You take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. Okay? Your job is you can hear me. You don't have to receive nothing I'm saying. Okay? All right? You don't have to receive nothing I'm saying. Because like I always say, I'm not your master. I'm not none of this to you. Okay? And that's part of our problem as well. We worship people because that's where we come from. We come from a religious thought process to where we worship the speaker. It's not about that. Okay? So now let's continue. I'm gonna simply use common sense. Okay? Whatever what they taught us with that shit, right? But I'm gonna use common sense on this thing. Okay? Let's dive back in. All right. Appreciate that. Me appreciate that. Okay. So I'm gonna go back here. Okay. So they say, all right, water broke up the earth, right? It broke up the earth, and so-called continents went every which way, right? Water came in and broke stuff up. Let me show you something real quick. Small little demonstration. Let me open this up. Okay? Let me open this up. Now, let's take this phone here, right? Let's take this phone. Let's say the screen of this phone. Okay, is water, right? The screen of the phone is water. Okay? Let's say this side, let's say this is Africa. Let's say this side is is uh 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 Asia or something like that. Okay. Now you know what? I'm hearing do one better. I'm gonna use a bathtub. All of us have seen a bathtub, right? Okay, we know what a tub is like, correct? So, and I'm gonna use the same understanding. On this side, let's say that's Africa, and let's say that's Asia, right? But in the middle is all water. You fill it all the way up with water, right? So my question to you would be this: if Pangea was a real thing and water came in and broke up these things, okay, all right, so that means everything is separate, correct? Now, how can water separate this? Look at the bathtub again, okay? So if you look at the tub on both sides, this is Africa, this is Asia. If you pour it with water, the bottom of the tub is still connected. Just because you added water don't mean it's not connected. It just mean it have water in it. The bathtub is still one piece. Are you understanding what I'm saying? The bathtub is still one piece. Okay, so when they lie to you and say something came in and broke something up, as if water, okay, broke something. Every time somebody go diving in water, don't water have a surface? I mean a bottom, okay? Don't they have a bottom of water? So if that's the case, how can something break something up? Take an island, for example. They call it an island because this particular place, okay, is by itself, right? This particular place is by itself, okay, all right, and it's not connected to anything. How is that true? Okay, if you go out from that island, and the further you go, all right, yeah, it'll get deep, of course, but you still be able to get to the bottom. So just because water, okay, gives the illusion of separation, that doesn't mean it's separated. I'm just trying to give you a low-level understanding of how they give you this information, and we take it, okay, as is. We don't even think no further. Okay, just because you see water in a bowl, okay, so you're telling me the bowl is separate now because they got water in it? Okay, so what they're saying is, okay, this water came in and separated everything. How is that possible if there's still a bottom of the ocean? Okay, we see that all the time. These people get into these submarines and they go to the bottom and up. So how is anything separated if there's a bottom? I'm trying to get you to think a little bit. Shay, what's up, family? What's going on? What's going on? But we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. Here we go. Here we go. Now, let's get to the root word of Pangea. The root word of Pangea. Okay? All right. What does the root word pan mean? Pan, a prefix from Greek pan, right? Meaning all of everything or involving all members of a group. Here we go again. Here go these members again. Here go these members again, family. Okay? Understand the word of what I'm saying here. Okay? The root word of Pangea is pan. Okay? And it means all of everything or involving all members of a group. Okay? So what's being said here? Remember the words members. We did this a video or two ago, something like that. Okay? With the word members and where it comes from, where it originates from. Check this out. Here we go. One day, Set discovered Osiris's coffin and dismembered his body into 14 parts that he scattered throughout the land. Isis managed to find all parts except the phallus, which she reconstituted. She anointed his body with precious oils and performed the rites of embalming for the first time. Now, understand this, right? This is the story of Asar Aset, okay, Asar Aset and Set, okay, the brother, right? Or Isis and Osiris, okay, and Sutek, the brother, right? And later on, Horus or Heru, right? So this is the story where the brother is jealous. The brother is jealous of Seth, is jealous of Osiris. He kills the brother. Okay, he kills the brother, and after he kills the brother, okay, he find the body and chop it up. Okay, you find the body and chop it up into 14 pieces. Okay, it literally says he dismembered his body. Okay, he dismembered his body. And Pangea, okay, the root word pan says all of everything or involving all members of a group. So when we talking about pan or this Pangea, okay, we're talking about a oneness. Okay, all right. But here it says dismembered, correct? All right, so we chopping it up now. So now, understand this. Hold on, let me pull it up. Here we go. So now, you got before, okay, this is Osiris complete. And after, you got Osiris chopped up. I'm trying to take you somewhere here. Before, okay, is Osiris, okay, as king in Kemet or Egypt. Okay, and then he's killed, he's slaughtered, he's chopped up, which is after. Okay, I'm trying to take you somewhere. Let's go. Let's keep going. Let's keep going here. Okay, let's keep going. All right. Now we're gonna go even deeper on Pan. All right. Who is this guy here with his flutes? Right, with his flutes. Okay. So now this is Pan. Okay, the deity. All right, Pan, the god, the Greek god of the mountain wilds, shepherds, flocks, rustic music, fertility, spring, and theatrical criticism, with the hind quarters, legs, and horns of a goat. Okay, that's Pan. You know, some people call him the jokester. He's mischievous. You understand? Okay, so let's keep kicking. Scotty, what's good? What's good? What's good? Earth goddess, what's happening? Okay, so let's keep kicking. Now I'm gonna take you to this particular movie, Chronicles of Narnia. Okay, Chronicles of Narnia. Okay, now why am I going here? Let's get into this. Okay, you see this closet right here. Okay, this closet is in the movie. All right, this closet is in the movie. It says the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Okay, the wardrobe is in this closet. Okay, but the wardrobe is not exactly that. Okay, this closet represents your first eye, family. Okay, so this little girl, the child, as always, she's going into the mind, which is that closet. And who do she meet? She meet Pan. In this movie, he's called Mr. Tumnus, but he is the one. He is the satyr in a sense. Okay, all right, which I think they're called the human goat mix. Okay, all right, later on became the Baphomet. All right, so in this movie he was a spirit guide. You understand? He was there to help the little girl. Okay, all right, I'm just trying to give you a higher understanding of what this whole Pangea actually represents. Okay, all right, so let's keep kicking. Now I'm gonna take you here to Peter Pan. Okay, I'm gonna take you to Peter Pan, and this pissed off a lot of people here. This pissed off a lot of people. First and foremost, Tinkerbell was a quote unquote melanated girl, and even Peter Pan, okay, wasn't a so-called natural Caucasian. Okay, all right. So I think he's like either he's got a little Brazilian with him, or he could be Mexican or something. But they did not use, okay, the regular white boy, which they always use for Peter Pan. So they had a lot of upset people. Okay, all right, and I'm gonna take you a little deeper on the biggest reasons why they were upset. Not only Tinkerbell, they hated that shit. Okay, all right, you know. So now let me dive into this real quick before we get back to that particular understanding. Now check this out. So originally, Peter Pan, here we go, like I say, pay attention. Originally, Peter Pan had 6 lost boys. It was 6. Okay. Now, on the spiritual side, on the physical side, okay, Disney, they had a steady flow of especially in the 50s and 60s. 70s and 80s. It was a steady flow of pedophiles, okay, going on at Disney World and Disneyland. So many children have came up missing. Young children have came up missing at Disney World, okay, for years. You understand? All right. So on the physical side, the lost boys, okay, was talking about what was going on in Disney World. Okay. All right. Children walk off. This place is huge. It's miles long. So eventually a child will walk off. Okay. And it can easily be snatched. Okay. All right. I'm just saying. Okay. So that's on the physical side. All right. Now the spiritual side, the lost boys, it was 6. It was 6 lost boys and 7, including Peter Pan. Pan wore the green. He was the magic one. He is the heart chakra. Uh-oh. Peter is the heart chakra. Okay? That's what he represents, or the crown chakra. Okay? Now, for years, we put in our minds that this was the heart. When in fact, okay, which I've said for years as well, when you get to the highest levels of self, this is where the heart truly comes in. So Peter is the divine crown. Okay, all right, but that's who they represent. And Tinkerbell is the spirit guide. Okay, she the one makes sure things don't go too crazy. Okay, she'll help out and everything. You understand? So I'm not gonna give you too much about that movie, the last one that came out, but you can check that out yourself. Okay, now let me take you here. Now, in this particular one, there were lost boys, but there were lost girls as well. Okay, so Wendy, okay, this white girl here at the top, okay, she walks up to the lost boys and say, "Hold on, how are you? Are you girls?" And then right here with the burgundy on, with the maroon on, she says, "So what?" So there's a divine message in that, family, that the lost boys weren't just boys anymore. Okay, now they have 2 understandings of that. Okay, they have 2 understandings of that. First of all, it's this thing that's being pushed right now on children. Okay, which is the quote unquote homosexuality. All right, and they're pushing that on these children heavily. Okay, if you go watch what's my man name, Blues Clues is on there heavily. They have a whole pride parade on Blues Clues for 3 and 4-year-old children. Okay, also on what's my man name from Toy Story? What's the guy name from Toy Story? I think he like the head guy on Toy Story. He the one with the helmet on and he could fly and all of that. What is his name, family? Somebody give me that name. I know somebody knows his name because I can't think of it. Somebody give me his name, family. Buzz Lightyear. Bingo. So if you watch Buzz Lightyear, okay, In that particular movie, that movie was banned in about 3 or 4 different countries. Okay, why? Because on Buzz Lightyear, they had 2 women creating a baby. Yeah, okay, a children's movie. It was 2 women creating a baby. Okay, so they basically took the man completely out the situation. All right. So, like I always say, if you older and you want to do what you do what you do. That's on you. Okay, but let the babies do what the babies do. All right, but it's a severe attack on them, big time. Okay, to keep them from being children. Okay, so now here we go. Let me take you back to this movie, The Lost Boys. So now they're calling girls boys. Okay, look at the hair. You understand? Look at the hair. All right, it's not quote unquote girlish at all. They had one more girl. I forgot to get a picture of her, but she doesn't look like your standard boy. I mean girl. You understand? All 3 of them, okay, can actually pass for boys. Okay, because if I was to tell y'all these were boys, okay, people wouldn't even fuss at that. They'd be like, they do look like girls, but I can see a little bit of the boy in them. I can see that. But the only reason why we know that they're girls because they said it. They said they were girls. Okay, in the movie. All right, because she walked up, like I say, she walked up and was like, "I thought this was Lost Boys," and she said, "But y'all are girls," and then she said, "So what?" So yeah, that is being pushed on your children. Okay, now let me take you to the divine understanding of this. Okay, all right. Again, we're talking about this Peter Pan. We're talking about Pan here. Okay, Peter. The word Peter ultimately comes from the word Ptah. Peter or Ptah, the E. Okay, if you look at the letter E, all right, and it's 2 E's. Okay, if you look at the letter E's, all right, they're actually eyes, especially the lowercase e. The lowercase e are actually eyes. Okay, so when you break down the word Peter, you get the word Ptah. Okay, all right. Even when you get into scripture, get into Saint Peter, because we're talking about the pyramid text later on became the Bible. Okay, which Ptah or Pita, okay, or Potter later on. Okay, all right. All of these is based upon the creator deity. Okay, Ptah, Ptah. You understand? All right. So now, like I said, I'm gonna take you to the divine understanding of this. Okay, so why are they really doing this on a spiritual level? Okay, because the lost boys, okay, aka lost girls, all of them collectively are one energy. Okay, this is the return of God here, what we're talking about. Because ultimately, we are no gender at all. We are just one being. Okay, comparison to water. Water is genderless. Water is nor female or male. I'm gonna take you to the Gnostics. Okay, finally, I'm gonna pull this up. Okay, let's get to the Gnostic text. So, Jesus saw some babies nursing. He said to his disciples, "These nursing babies are like those who enter the Father's kingdom or the kingdom." Okay, they said to him, "Okay, then shall we enter?" They said to him, "Then shall we enter the kingdom?" Okay, as babies. Jesus said to him, when you make the 2 into 1, and when you make the inner like the outer like the inner, the upper like the lower, and when you make male and female into a single one, so that male will not be male, nor female be female. When you make eyes into the place of an eye, a hand in the place of a hand, a foot in the place of a foot, an image in the place of an image, then you will enter the kingdom. And we should know, who've been rocking with me for years, this is the kingdom. Okay, so once you get to the place of the great nothingness, okay, what it say? All right, when you make male and female into a single one, okay, so that the male will not be male nor female be female. So we're not even talking about anything physical. We're talking about the ascension of the most righteous energy that exists, period. Okay, which is love. Love is genderless. Love is colorless. Okay, love is water, and water just is. Okay, water just is. If you can understand that, then you will know that you don't work on love. I've never saw somebody say, well, we have to find some kind of way to keep water wet. It's the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard. So if love is water, love just is, and so is water. Okay, so we're talking about the ascension of the self. Okay, so ultimately, what is Pangea? Okay, Pangea is your crown. Pangea is yourself that once was. Okay, because we know it is not a physical thing. Okay, you can simply use common sense and know it's not a physical thing. It's theories from old German white folk, and you took it and you ran with it, just like they gave you slavery and everything else. You took it and you ran with it. You believed every single thing you were given, just like I was. But I have, with me right now, okay, I have an understanding to dismiss every single thing I've ever been taught. Okay, I don't care to hold on to anything. Okay, all right. I pride myself on fuck everything and start over again. Okay, I know nothing. I am nothing, and that's when I can find the great nothingness. These things we have to understand. We calling ourselves gods and goddesses and all this type of stuff. But yet still we holding on to information you learned when you was in grade school, which 9.9 times out of 10 was a lie. So Pangea, when the so-called Earth was all together, okay, that was a certain time. And you know what? It wasn't even a certain time when you sit back and look at where we are right now. And this is the now. Okay, this is the reason why. Let me talk to you. You got to go watch the movie The Dark City. On the movie The Dark City, there was no yesterday. There was no yesterday. There was only today. There was only now. Okay, so again, if you wake up one day with no cell phone, no way to check to see what time it is, to see what day it is, you would still exist. The only thing you would be worrying about is the right now. The right now would be your only thing. And your past and your present and your future would all be the right now. So when you watch stuff like The Watchmen, with my girl Regina King, I think it is. My girl from 227 from back in the day. Okay. When you watch Watchmen, it was on Netflix. Okay. She was in love with this God, Dr. Manhattan. He was a black man. So he sit down next to her at the table, and he's telling her how they went out on dates. And she was like, well, really, what we did on our date. Okay. He's seeing things as they are. Okay, in the right now. So they went on their date already. Okay, he sat at the table already. All right, he explaining everything to her. Okay, all right, the past, present, and future, because he exists in the right now, because there is no time, the so-called space, calendars, this, that, and the other. The only thing that's real is yourself. The only thing that's real is yourself, fam. That's it. That's it. I'm just saying. So it's something for you to think about here, family. So if you understood what I'm saying, you understand anything I'm saying right now, okay? Here we go. And if you don't understand, feel free to ask a question. We'll do a few questions real quick, and then I'll get on off here. We'll do a few questions, and then I'll get on off here. All right. And like I say, it's one spot left for my class on Tuesday night, Wednesday, and Thursday. Okay. So we going in heavy. We going in. All right. So yeah, family. You know, these are things I just want you to consider as you go out your day. Now, understand this, right? So let me be clear. As we are in these physical bodies, right? We having a human experience, correct? So as we have this human experience, we go through human stuff, right? So according to that, the days, they exist, right? Monday, Tuesday. So we going through that, right? Because we're having a human experience. But this is the thing, okay? Just like many of you walk around knowing that you're God, but you're playing a role as a human. That's just how this information I'm giving you right now. Okay, all right. So because what I just heard was explain to them how, okay, that how do I use this information? Okay, you use it the same way you understand yourself to be a spiritual being having a human experience. Okay, all right. You continue your journey, but it's your knowing that will keep you out of fucked up situations. It's your knowing that will keep you from entering in certain thought forms, certain thought patterns. This information change your route in life. It puts you on a different route. Okay, all right. Before you had all of this type of information, you will make a right all the time at the corner. Okay, because you are walking in a different light at this point. You're making a left. Okay, you're thinking about this shit now. Okay, so that's how this information benefits you. Okay, all right, understand this. Also, okay, this information teaches you to not take this shit serious. It teaches you to not take this realm, place serious. Y'all mad, oh, that bitch told me this, fuck that nigga, that. If you know that person is poison in the mind, why would you even go back and forth? Okay, if you know voting and all of this shit is meaningless, why would you put forth the effort to do so? I'm just giving examples. So when you start to receive this information, okay, life become a little bit easier because you have let go these thoughts and beliefs that you have to be a certain way. You have to become a lost boy. Okay? All right? You have to become that child again. Okay? All right? You can still move on about your day. All right? But mentally, you don't have to be a part of any of this shit. Okay? All right? I will sit in the middle of a goddamn party and be in that motherfucker enjoying myself. Okay? All right, and somebody can walk up and try to ask me a question like, man, Will, man, what's going on? What's going on with this, man? What's going on with that, man? You know, what's the knowledge on this? I don't want to talk about nothing, man. I'm chilling. I'm drunk. I'm having a good time. Okay. I don't take this place serious like that. Okay. Like I really don't. Like even last night, me and a couple of the fellas, we had a little draft party, for the NFL draft. And one of my partners, nigga, that's stupid as hell. So he telling one of the cats who I've never met before, he gave him a little bit of what I do. He's like, yeah, man, that boy be doing videos and lectures and shit, man. Don't melt that nigga there, bro. Don't do that. And he know voodoo too. I'm like, man, chill out, man. For that man to ask me questions, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about that. Okay, because I don't go back and forth with people on this type of. I just don't. It makes no sense. Okay, I've overcame the want. Okay, to prove myself to someone. I've overcame the want to make my opinion matter to you. Okay, what I'm doing here is laying out information. Whether you receive said information, that's on you. But I lay it out there. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, but you don't have to receive, because ultimately it's your walk, not mine. Okay, it's your walk, not mine. Okay, so that's how you can receive information, by understanding that all of this shit is fictitious, is false, is this, is that. Okay, so what happens is when you realize that something is not that real, but when you understand it from a higher perspective, okay, you can just ease your way into shit now. You just don't stress like that anymore. Okay, when you start to understand the human, okay, and that's kind of where I am right now. I understand the human, and in understanding the human, okay, if they catching an attitude, or if they this or if they that, okay, all that comes from years and years of poisoning. Okay, like I always say, nobody's born fussing. Nobody's born fighting. Nobody's born wanting to shoot someone. Nobody's born ready to stab someone, and so forth and so on. Nobody's born that way. That is developed as the years go along. That is developed as the years go along. So I'm just trying to give you an understanding here, man. Okay. Yeah. So let's see what's going on here. And it was a supercontinent. They said, which means above and beyond, over, on top, etc. So it just lets you know what it is. That's big. That's big. It was a supercontinent. Okay, which my man Bobby Hemming may say, we were super people at one time. Which I have a whole video breaking down the sciences of the cape. Okay, on why superheroes wear capes. Okay, and why children, okay, especially myself, okay, I don't know if y'all did this, but I would take a goddamn beach towel in a minute and tie that motherfucker up around my neck and run through the house like this here, okay, with my damn cape on. That's what I would do, okay. All right, because ultimately that cape represented power, and it represented who you were as God, and it also represent you, the power, the knowing, okay, the I. This is the reason why the marching band's uniform has a cape. I'm just telling you where the science of the cape comes from. If you go watch Doctor Strange, the cape was alive. His cape was alive. It saved his ass. Okay? The cape is a divine censor of your ass, of you. Okay? All right? So supercontinent, superhero. Okay? There's something to think about. Brother Sid, man, we got the chop, man. I'm waiting on your ass. That boy be working, man. It's all good, man. We gonna connect when we good, man. We gonna connect when we good. You know? But we got any questions popping up, family? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? I think I'm gonna get on off this thing, fam. We'll have them pop up in a couple minutes. Next 2-3 minutes, something like that. I'll give y'all a little second. Give y'all a little second. And of course, as always, family, if you appreciate the information, put $1 or $2 in that cash app, man. You know, buy me a drink tonight. Yeah, Spawn. His cape was definitely alive. His cape was definitely alive. That motherfucking cape will wrap around his ass to protect him. You know, it was powerful. It was powerful. Yes, indeed. I definitely remember that. Definitely. Definitely remember that. So we're gonna questions, fam. Like I said, I got one spot left for that class next week, family. One spot left. All right, fam. With that being said, I think I'm gonna get on off here, man. Y'all have y'all a good night and all of that good stuff. Have y'all a beautiful weekend, because I know I am. Yes, Lord. Okay, I shall be drunk by 5 o'clock. Yes, indeed, man. I'm out, man. I love y'all. Peace.